this shit up.
Hello, stranger. Hey, it's been a minute. Only week. Episode 22 or 22, you know. We back. Facts Crew podcast here, live and direct for your viewing pleasure. How are you doing, ladies?
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Okay.
Hold your head, shorty.
I mean, I'm no punk, but yeah, I'm in a glass case of emotion. Other than that, I had a great weekend. I will say that. I did.
Oh, that's good.
That's what's up. What about you, Tay?
Well, my football team, we won both of the championships. So that was a great weekend. You know, we ran it back from last season, last fall. So we won again this spring, and we plan on running it back again in the fall.
Hey, wonderful, wonderful, great news. Let's see over here for me. I got my hair did by one of the lovely ladies of F.A.C.T.S, Miss Tay here. So the minimum she charges to go ahead and get your hair done so you can go ahead and look as lovely as mine is $150 per style. She does amazing, immaculate work. I don't know if the light here and everything, but you see these parts, my locks is twisted, everything, bow, 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 giving. Besides getting my hair done and, you know, this is the end of the year, school year, so it was a lot of getting kids ready for school dances and, you know, several different, they don't call it graduation. I don't know if they do at your kids' schools, but they don't call it graduation anymore. They call it promotion. I'm like, oh, okay, wow, wonderful. Me, however, I had an amazing Sunday evening. Oh yeah, I forget, I also did host a baby shower this weekend. You know, or half host, partially host. I don't know how to come up with, I don't know really what to call it, but yeah. But it happened. It happened. But you know, still here, still standing, still thriving. Stronger than ever, allegedly. But yeah, but to your glass of emotions, everybody pick your glass up. Everybody pick your glass up.
And
This
look,
was,
toast to the toast.
yeah. Hey. Here we go. Cheers.
Look, straight out the bottle.
Yeah. What you drinking on?
See those.
Hey, oh man, wait, wow. I didn't even finish my drink. Yeah, I didn't even, I was like, whoa.
Wow. True. I look like grandma over here with a damn cup of tea.
Hey, look, usually it's me, so we just switched places today.
Yeah, I got my, what is it, chamomile tea?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And I've got my traditional Romeo blunt, and tell me I'm pretty. I keep sitting here on here without a blunt in my hand, but it doesn't matter. Don't worry about that.
I don't even have one this show. That tells you how my day is going.
Facts.
Well, okay. That it gets better.
And it will.
It will.
Turn that frown upside down.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, look, show the pearly whites every time.
Every time. But we here. But yeah, what you got for us, Nek Nek, with the politics?
All right, so look, we got some politics and pandemic craziness. But, you know, over the last month, we've been talking about the debt ceiling and Congress and all of those issues. Well, they were granted an extension until June 5th. Okay. Whew. Biden finally signed off on an extension until January 2025. But can they promote that with all the creditors?
Listen, that's our extension I need. Like, don't give me a couple days. Don't give me 2 weeks. Give me the 2025.
Hey, listen, WSSC only give you like 7 days, baby. Pepco give you about 30. Apparently, the government give you some years.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, that's real nice that they can go ahead and be soft with them. But like the IRS, IRS ain't playing them type games. They need those type things. No, they taxing you for payment plans.
They taxing the poor and giving the rich a whole bunch of cuts. That's another topic for another time.
There we go. Get it.
Former President Trump.
Oh, Bunny.
Y'all know, let me say it like this. I don't support a lot of the things that he does, but I think Trump is absolutely hilarious because this fool is a
Yes.
troll. He's a troll, and he don't care about who he troll. He gonna say what he gotta say. But he is pledging to end the birthright U.S. citizenship if reelected. And he's planning on doing it his first day in office.
Yo, the way that he's trying to get them people on them back roads, in them trailers, the people. See, you know how that was. What was that? That insurrection was what? January 6th,
January 6th.
So now he gonna be like, "Hey, shorty, hey, look, I need y'all go to up there, run it back. Go ahead. Don't worry if you go to jail, because I go ahead. They're gonna elect me. They're gonna elect me. I'm gonna get you out. I'm gonna get you out." This is wild.
The crazy part, I think if he ran again, he would get reelected just because of the fact that he gave out money. You know, he would cut tax costs because, you know, Trump don't like paying taxes himself.
Yeah.
So he's trying to cut, you know, taxes down. So I really think if he probably ran again, a lot of people, it's a high possibility he would get reelected. And I mean, it would be wild to see what new windstorm we about to go through this time. But it would be wild. I mean, but you got to look at it. You got Biden falling everywhere, hitting his head.
But I mean, it's so many Republican candidates that are saying that they're going to run. It's kind of watering it down to figure out who people are actually going to support. Now you got Rob DeSantis, you got Mike Pence, you got like 4 other people running. So to be honest with you, as far as a Republican candidate, just looking at who they have on their lineup so far, who are announcing that they are planning to run, Mike Pence doesn't seem like he's the worst option anymore. He actually seems to be the best of what they got right now.
I mean, it's pickings all the way around. So at this point,
there's even a black Republican out of South Carolina, and
nobody think about him.
But you know what? I'll be honest. I know a couple of black Republicans, and it's one of the things that, like, I definitely didn't ask. And they wanted to let me know. Again, I definitely didn't ask for their political views because I'm like, that's cool that you want some Republican stuff, but please know that you do live a democratic and liberal lifestyle. I know you. I'm not going to bring that up now. However, if you are watching, you know who your black ass is.
Well, I mean, if you really look at the parties and what they break down to, we actually started out being Republicans. You know, the Democrats were the ones who were fighting against slavery and all this and that. It was the Republicans that were for slaves being freed.
Facts.
Yeah. So I don't know where the roles switched, where it became we now switched over to this side and now they're over on this side. But yeah, if you look at the breakdown, Republicans kind of are a little bit more for us than Democrats.
Maybe it was ever since I might be, you know, stretching it. Maybe because of the Tuskegee experiment, maybe that might have changed everything. But they like, oh, no. I'll let this happen to us. No, the same reason why I can't say black women don't like to go to the doctor, but I will say the same reason why black men don't like to go to the doctor. If I'm just going to say, I'm going to put all that together. I might be wrong, but I feel like I might be right. But anyway, what else you got for us, Carly?
Oh, I'm so sorry. A North Korean 2-year-old and his family have been sentenced to life in jail for having a Bible.
Dog.
Now, the baby didn't have a Bible. As we know, he can't go to the store and purchase a Bible.
And he can't read.
Kim Jong-un is making sure that he let everybody know he ain't playing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that 2-year-old will be in a concentration style camp for the rest of his life for something that he had nothing to do with, probably no knowledge of or anything.
Yeah, I mean, he's 2, he can't read.
It don't matter. Stop playing with me.
But it's a good word.
Yeah, I wonder what religion they are over there.
Not freedom of speech.
You right. because it doesn't matter at this point. Because either way, there's a 2-year-old right now doing hard time. There's a 2-year-old doing hard time right now, y'all.
Yes. Yes.
They
And
thought,
guess what?
oh, poor baby. They thought, oh, what if they ain't giving them good diapers? Oh my God, they're not gonna potty train them right. Oh my God, this is bad. This is so bad. And then the thing about it, they don't realize that type of thing, because years from now. So think about it, the people who did this and sentenced him, they're gonna be like almost at the end of their life by the time that this child is an adult, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That child is gonna be coming back out, and they gonna get it back in blood, and that is scary. Because I can't imagine, like, I mean, granted, they don't know it now, but it's just the fact that once they realize it, it's gonna be a Netflix documentary later on. Like, this is so sad. I feel like they should have like child protective services jump. Well, no, I forgot. It's the government that's doing this. So never mind. They can't do anything. That's terrible.
Yeah. Well, have you ladies heard the story about Moby Dick and Pinocchio?
Yeah.
Well, two women can tell you that can happen to you too. They were kayaking in California when they ended up in a humpback whale's mouth, but they lived to tell the tale. So, win is a win.
Oh my God.
That's terrifying. I would never get on the boat again.
Yo. I would love, no. I'm sorry. I did see the video going around. So they out there, do. And like you can see where they really are kayaking. And then you see that whale come up out the water. And so I'll be honest, I thought they died. So I'm so glad that you told me that they lived. I never heard that they lived. I just saw the part that they were consumed by a humpback whale.
Well, I mean, who was it? Jonah and the whale? I was about to say Noah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jonah survived, so why can't they?
You right. I definitely, yeah, you wouldn't catch me out in any waters anymore. And then hearing that just makes you nervous because the world is already real ridiculous. And that right there, for the fact that Moby Dick and Pinocchio, because I don't know if y'all saw they brought Pinocchio back and did it again. And they're like, Pinocchio, and they in there and they stuck, and he in there with that wooden boy in there with his daddy, and they just trying to make it. Like,
I don't know. The sea doesn't scare me. It's the land that scares me. I don't know what it is about the sea that's so peaceful to me. I know there are things down there that we have not even tapped into to find out what's down there, but I'm at peace with it. It's these idiots that's on land. A whale is going to do what it's going to do. He see a kayak or something that looks like food, he's going to do his animal nature.
But
however,
like food, considering that they eat krill and small things like that. So
maybe they thought it was a seal and they was just trying to scare it.
Eat seals.
Maybe they just wanted to mess with it.
I'm just trying to make it make sense because they don't eat the humpback. They don't eat that type of stuff. They eat
because they got them little fiber things so that they could push the water out and keep the krill right.
I mean, he's right.
Flying out their mouth though. Can you imagine that? Like, and like what you do when you get inside? Like, I want, you know what?
What do you do to get inside?
Do like Nemo, I mean, not Nemo, but Marlin and Dory and what they did. Stay on the tongue, and then when you feel the water start to drop, you let go, and then you get shot out through the blowhole.
Yo, I wish, all I know is
Tay faced those.
What do you do like in a situation like that? That's like getting flushed down the toilet.
Yeah, just get your dye on. Get your dye on.
I'm like they had a lighter. Like, I don't know how you even prepare for it.
I mean, that's nothing you could ever prepare for. That's like with the killer whales now. They're starting to become creative with people on boats and shit. Like, no, I don't. You know what?
So now Moby Dick, Pinocchio, and them, and Free Willy. Like this is, and then back in the, what was it, Flipper back in the day? Like this, you know what? I think they trying to go ahead and, you know what? It was one too many trips to Miami. It's too many sunglasses in the ocean. They tired. I'll be honest. I know a man that lost some Versace glasses that's down there on South Beach.
I was about to say Versace.
Yes, Versace. And so but they tired. They can't wear the sunglasses. They are fed up. And it was between that and too many trips to Jamaica, too many Carnival cruise ship cruises and everything else. Like, this is ridiculous. But I'm glad that they lived to tell the tale. But I would like to see them in
hot for me though, because I planned on going to Alaska and going humpback whale watching. Like this was like a plan. Like this is on my check off list. But now that I know that they're I don't want to say consuming people because they're not consuming people, but you know, hey, let's play Splash. And
I mean, but when you whale watching, you're in an actual ship. These two fools, I don't want to say fools because I definitely be out there in a kayak, but these two ladies, they were actually in a kayak. When you think about the size difference, you know how big a humpback whale can open its mouth.
Listen.
They're huge. They're not putting a ship in their throat, but they can fit a kayak in it.
But I've seen them jump, when they jump up and splash, they swanton bomb on top of them.
Well, just make sure you got a thick enough poncho.
Not even that. I'm going to just stay on the other. I catch y'all on the back end.
I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have died because I would have fainted and then I'd have woke up in the bladder and be like, come on. I'd have woke up in the intestines. Come on. I didn't start.
I would have been the one y'all would have been mad at, telling me, get your ass back on this goddamn boat. But I want to touch it.
Oh yeah, okay. So message to us or to everyone watching: if you know Nek Nek, do not go on any boating adventures with her, okay? Because she's like, hey,
I'm in a Facebook group that says I could have died trying to pet it, but I didn't. That's definitely me.
That also can sound like a bad one night stand. Go ahead. What's the next topic? I can't.
I mean, a little heavy petting ain't that bad. Anyway, so a local male CNA has been fired after giving out an unwanted blowjob to a patient at the Washington Center for Rehabilitation and Healthcare. The man who was violated told the staff, and his perpetrator has since been jailed.
It's the fact that I would like to know the age of the person who was violated, because it's some older people, especially knowing that was a man that did that to a man. It's some older people that's just like, what? Why are you doing this? What? And he was angry. He was angry because there's a lot of men that would have kept that to themselves and they would have just tried to keep that person at bay. He wanted something done about that. Now, I do have questions, but it's not right to answer that because that man was violated. And
that's like the dude that was sucking the dude's toes when he was knocked out.
What
is wrong with people?
What are we doing?
Did y'all see that?
I mean, I'm all for a good toe sucking, but warn me. Don't.
But okay, there's a difference in it being wanted, it being acknowledged, accepted. I am knocked out. That's like you going to get a pedicure.
I'm not gonna do
it. Start busting down on your toes. You like, whoa.
That's like, did you all hear about Quentin Tarantino? And they said that there is a woman, he wanted to go and he paid her, I want to say somewhere either $30,000 or $50,000, and he sucked her toes for 30 minutes. It was to the point that they said her toes looked like prunes and she was in pain. That's a lot of sucking. And I just want to know.
What is his name from Showtime? Was it Party or one of them movies where he took the toe jam and spread it on the crackers and tried to...
I remember that.
this is wild, but all I'm trying to figure out though is like, remember there was a couple of years ago, there was a lady who was
House Party 3.
Yep.
remember the lady a couple of years ago that they start twerking. I think they had like strippers to like a nursing home or something like that. I'll be honest, I thought that was quality entertainment for the older people. The ladies might not have liked it, but I'm pretty sure the men had a great time and just enjoying the show. And the thing about it, you don't need to touch them. You can just stay back and mind your business. To sit there and violate that man in his room, because now it's the Department of Rehabilitation. I cannot imagine that man, we don't know if he can walk. That man could not get away to save himself. And the guy told us, let me help you out real quick. But like, wait a minute. And that's just like, how far did this go? And the way it sounds like it went entirely too far. And I'm like, oh God.
He just need to go ahead and just get fired. He need to go to jail. He just needs all the above. Because why are you in my personal space? I didn't ask you for this type of assistance. Now, granted, on the back end, it could have been greatly appreciated. But I didn't ask you for a happy ending. I'm trying to get my rehabilitation on so I can get out of this place potentially. And now you step back.
I ain't never been that down bad to just walk up to a stranger and be like, oh, he's asleep. Let me go ahead and suck that wood.
Listen, exactly. Because you know what? No, like that might be a fantasy for someone that I'm dealing with, and that's cool because that can really happen. And if this is a safe space, okay, this is what we do. However, to go in there and violate that man, and then like I said, that's like, if we don't know the age of this individual, so if this is an older man or something like that, and if this something like, they ain't for all that. They not for all that at all. Like, what was that war back in the 90s? What was it, like Kosovo or something like that? It was one of them people. No.
Oh, when they was in Bosnia?
Yes. And they not for all that. They are not for all that. But I'm like, you can't do stuff like that. That's wild. And the thing about it, that's probably been a lot of men's dreams in the hospital. And what it was, that might have been prayers. But they say you have to be more specific in your prayers. And you have
to exactly what you want.
Exactly, because what?
Man, no. No.
Well, Spidey, you need to go out here and protect the public because it's a problem.
He's shooting his way, but you.
No.
I had a joke. Never mind. Let's keep moving. Okay.
Oh God, no.
That was the worst time to sit here and say that he shooting his weapon. Did you hear the content of the story? Oh God. Either way, there need to be a GoFundMe for that man because that man, because from the way it sounds, if he could not go, like I said, if he in there for the Department of Rehabilitation, he cannot care for himself or take care of himself in a manner. And I hope this wasn't somebody trying to give him a bath. I hope. Because you got one job.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and I did see the picture of the man. I saw the picture of the man. Whew. He did it.
Was the risk worth the reward?
Fuck no. Like, what? Put like this. Knowing that, okay, let's keep it 100. Knowing all the people, knowing all the sex workers, knowing all the people that advertise for this, like there's a lot of different places you can go. Like when I've heard of stories like in the airport, if they go in the bathroom, they wait, and it can be a whole situation or whatever. It's just the fact that there's a lot of other ways to go about. What is it? A grinder? He could. There's social media. You ain't even got to go that far. You're like, oh God! But now you're like, let me take this person who is in need. They ain't say they needed that. They ain't ask you.
He needed a full release.
Bring up Spider-Man again.
No.
No. You see his hand is.
All right, Tay, what you got for us, girlie?
Oh gosh, but on a more serious note, rest in peace to Wildin' Out. own Miss Jackie O. She was the wife or girlfriend of DC Young Fly and the mother of his 3 children. She recently passed away after getting a mommy makeover. I believe they said it was some heart condition.
Heart failure.
Yeah, heart failure. So rest in peace to her.
Yeah, rest in peace.
And it's very unfortunate because right now those mommy makeovers are very popular. The bills are popular, getting tummy tucks, getting any type of surgery. I mean, surgery's always been popular. Plastic surgery, breast implants, all of that has been very popular. Yes. But over the last couple of years, it's been getting the face fillers, getting the butt injections, and tucking this here and plugging this there. It's all been super popular, and it's unfortunate that it's claiming people's lives. Like, I the words.
I think the most disrespectful thing about her passing, though, is the way that they have her listed, right? The way they have stressed her as being the longtime partner of DC Young Fly. And I'm like, I've only heard people say partner like in, LGBTQ plus relationships. So I'm like, the way that y'all listen to her like that. And the more I took some time, I was really sitting there thinking about it. I really got in my feels about it, right? And it was more so because I'm like, she had 3 kids with that man. So, and I'm thinking about, I'm like, she's probably like, well, dang, maybe he's not marrying me because my body changed. Maybe that's not it. Maybe if I do this, this will be more appealing and he'll want to make me his wife. Now, we don't know what's happening on the back end, but I'm just thinking as a woman who's, had children where it's like, well, maybe it's me. Maybe if I change this, my body isn't the same like it used to be. She probably did so much tearing herself apart. And, he got a couple dollars and she got some money or whatever. So he probably like, all right, go ahead, do your thing, babe, or whatever. Like, we know he's on tour, he's doing shows and all this other stuff. But to have to go out like that, and then all they keep saying is, it's to the point where they didn't even recognize her for her accomplishments. It was DC Young Fly.
Yep.
And like, longtime partner. But then I saw one thing that caught her as wife, but then it was so many other things. Like, no, longtime partner, girlfriend for many years. And then it just made me think like, dang, she gave that man 3 kids. She didn't think she was gonna go down like this. She did not think.
So the profession that she's in, she has an image to maintain. Granted, which I think is kind of messed up with, some of these situations, like when you're a bottle girl, you have an image to maintain, or they're not going to want you anymore because you're not bringing in money, you're not fitting the criteria. Because you look at most of the girls, they're no bigger than toothpicks, but then they walking around looking like Adam Ant. Or you got
Timmy the toothpaste.
I can't.
No, seriously though, and it's like,
nah, they are.
Yeah.
Why can't they be full figure bottle girls, or why can't they be the skinny mini bottle girls? Why do they have to have added attributes to their body?
Because it helps add to the aesthetic. Okay, that they only have the creme de la creme that can invest, that has that type of disposable income where they can actually invest that into themselves. And unfortunately, I've been looking at her story a little bit more into detail. When you're getting cosmetic surgery after having children, you're supposed to literally wait. You really want to wait like 2 years, but the minimum is a year. She had her baby 9 months ago. The doctor knew that. He also had a lot of issues with malpractice suits before that and everything like that. So now the practice that he was working out of, that's not his private practice, they've removed him and scrubbed him from their complete website, Instagram, social media, anything. He removed the post that he did any work on her that same day that she passed away. It's a lot that's going on with this. And granted, yes, us being mothers, we do want our body to go back to what it is. And I'm going to just say this, thank God for my DNA, because that snap back, baby, snap back. But, things change. You might get a little bit of saggage here. You might have a stretch mark there. Things may not go back to where they are. And yes, in her profession, I understand why she was so ready to get back under the knife. But ultimately, as a parent, you got to think about your moves that you make, because now she got 3 babies that's left behind. She got a longtime partner. I'm going to just say her husband, because he loved her. You got a husband that's now left behind to take care of these 3 precious babies by himself. Was it worth it? No.
But it goes to the other part too. Like so the thing I did immediately after finding out that she passed, I went over to his page and I saw that it had been maybe a couple of hours, maybe no more than a day, and it showed that he was on tour. And one of my homegirls, her husband is friends with the DJ that is on the 85 South tour, whatever. And they were supposed to start up on June 4th. So nobody knows that. I had to reach out to her and find out whether or not they ever did that show. But it's that part of, it's a lot that we do sacrifice as women. So like for us, like even with us being on the show, our children find a way to interrupt us every night. I don't know if y'all have heard my ceiling shaking because children are fighting right now. So, okay, wonderful. I'm sorry. Never mind. We'll take that away from the record. Yeah. However, there's a level of like we get interrupted every night. The kids, they always with us, and when we're doing stuff. I don't know if our male counterparts. I've never seen a male podcast where they've had to go through this and they kids are interrupted. No, them kids are over there. The mamas let them do their thing. For him, he got the opportunity to go do his thing. I'm like, you let her have that surgery and you was working. You ain't tell her wait. And it's just the fact that she didn't feel beautiful enough. And as a matter of fact, I'm guessing he must have been comfortable with her getting the surgery, because he didn't say change the day or whatever. Like, I'm not going to be here, anything like that. Like, it's just a lot. But, we're not in a situation that's heavy to deal with, but Jesus.
I mean, let's be realistic. What's the whole thing that's going on nowadays on social media? No man tell me what to do. I'm making my own mind. We don't know if he was actually telling her, baby, you look good the way you are. You don't gotta go under the knife. Well, I need to do this because I need to feel like me again. Yada yada yada. It could be a lot of different things that play into that. So
she was beautiful as is.
She was.
As is.
Hey, listen, she was cute enough for him to put 3 babies in.
But look at him.
Yes, look at him.
No, that's my point. He was thankful. He was thankful to be able to be in that situation, because we know if he wasn't who he was, not even who he was, if his talent did not put him in that genre or in that world, their paths would not have crossed. That would have been one of the creepy guys that she probably ended up blocking on social media. That would have been one of those situations.
Yeah, just really overall in a nutshell, that women will maybe take heed of this and think. I mean, I know sometimes working out don't cut it.
Yeah.
Understand that, but it's other ways. And just love the way you are. Everybody's beautiful in their own way, whether you're big, short, tall, skinny.
Exactly. You got to accentuate positive, eliminate the negative. Okay. I will never forget, years ago, I was going on a cruise and I was like, all right, let me see what I'm giving. I'm like, bet, legs and booty. Guess what I worked out? Legs and booty. Okay. So I made sure no matter what, that was on point. Don't worry about everything else.
Yeah, but a lot of us don't have that type of determination when it's a popcorn society. Everything is instant now. I don't want to put in the work at the gym. I don't want to have to sit there and watch what I eat. I'm going to just go under the knife, because what can they do? Give me some abs. What can they do? Take this gut, put it in my butt, make it look good.
You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. It's so sad, but it just lets you know that no matter how beautiful anybody ever may think that someone is, if you don't feel that way within yourself, self-confidence. What Cat Williams say? Self-confidence is confidence of your motherfucking self. And that is so true, because if you love you, and I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna act like I ain't looked in the mirror and torn myself down before. And I was like, oh, now I look back at pictures when I remember thinking, oh my gosh, look at me, I'm so big here. What?
Man, what? Look at
amazing.
Like,
I know you remember that cartoon, Bobby, the little boy with the big ass head that used to ride the red. That's how I used to look. My head was huge. At one point I thought I was gonna tip over.
Well,
Oh
I
God.
mean, you can't get surgery to get a smaller head.
Like
I
I
don't
will
know.
drop my picture in the chat, and y'all gonna be like, so.
I value our friendship. Don't do that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, since we talk about things that we've always thought about as far as like changing or growing into and things like that, now that I'm losing weight on a consistent basis, when I tell you this flap right here, hold on, let me make sure I do it right. This thing right here, oh, it can go. It can go, but it's not going nowhere. But I'm
It's
gonna
not.
just deal with it.
Want to know why? Because that
Why?
shows that you can burn down in the kitchen.
Hey, listen, I can make potato salad like nobody business, baby.
Okay. Now look,
You
as long
keep flap.
as we don't make she make all her own sauces arms. Okay, now we get them. She make all her own sauces.
But I do make my own sauces.
Okay, let's change it.
Yeah.
As
But I
long
do.
as long as everything you do does not say like, she let her food marinate. She made the marinade, she made the sauce,
Oh
she
yeah,
did
nah.
all that together, and you got the whipper. Okay, as long as I don't look like I got the whipper, like I'm glad that my shirt, like, all right, cool, I got some space in here for some arm, so I'm happy for that. But I'm not gonna act like, like I haven't been to the gym in a month and it's been bothering me. I haven't been to the gym in a month, but I'm not about to sit here and go this other way because no, like I don't know. Like, I mean, you could get some work done. You feel like this, go ahead and do it. Just proceed with caution. We urge you not to do it. Love yourself, ladies. Love yourself. Because I swear the men, if they tear themselves apart, they do that in the back end. They don't do that in front of everybody. But that man that is out of shape will sit there and will tear a woman apart. I know many. And I'm like, he'd be like, yeah, she ain't. And I'd be like, she ain't what? Because I know what you ain't. Anyway. Moving forward, what else you got for us, Tay?
Jonathan Majors and Megan Good.
So, right.
Yeah, I was waiting.
I do feel like this is a publicity stunt.
It better be.
What's wrong with it?
I feel like he's trying to save face because now you have all of these women coming along and saying, yeah, he did this to me too. I've been a victim of this. And, they're all of the Caucasian persuasion. What is the best thing to do? Save face? Go to a Black woman. As far as Megan Good, she's beautiful. She comes off as a very good catch. Now, she's still going through her divorce and healing and all of that. I think she's doing her homeboy a favor. I'm be quite honest with you. Looking at their body language and those pictures and things like that, I know how I look at a man or a nigga when I'm feeling them, and it ain't like, look at these Moroccan mugs.
It's not. It's
look
not.
at this. Look at this.
You're right. You're right.
You're gonna look at him like, I'm trying to devour you. Look at this.
Yes, like, baby, I'm
So
trying
what
to
we can do with this? Yeah, it's not that.
I know a special little novelty store that we go to on our way home because you just so fine. I'm just looking at you how fine you are. Yeah, I'm not sitting here looking at this other stuff like you getting stuff for his house. But yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly because there is no part of a man with public. Okay, so here's a perfect example. Let's think about how there was a much longer time frame between Chris Brown and the Rihanna situation, and then we heard about Karrueche. It was just the fact that Karrueche came around and it was still in that same year, but it wasn't this close time frame where you was buttoned up with this white woman. Now they're trying to go ahead and create this thing of like, well, it was Megan. I think I saw something that was like, it was Megan that he was texting. How do you know? It wasn't. Because Megan was outside. We know she probably around the way. We know she got her nice little hood ninja. You know what I'm saying? She over there.
Back smoking weed and on the dark side. Welcome back, baby.
Pictures of them together. They clothes saying two different things. Like, yeah. I saw this. I thought he was like somebody's uncle, and I'm like, oh God, what's Megan going through? Oh my gosh, her uncle had to accompany her. Oh God, that's him. Wow. Yikes.
I'm gonna get this rug for my what is it called? I'm gonna get this indoor-outdoor rug for my lanai. What do you think about this? I don't give a fuck, bitch. Just let them take the pictures.
Exactly. They got to get it. Show the angles. Let's laugh. Laugh because
Right.
I'm funny. Creed money. Creed 3, baby. Go ahead, smile. Smile one time for daddy. All right. There we go. All right. Back to Samantha.
I cannot. So Nelly and Ashanti.
Yes.
I'm happy. I like this. Now that it's public. Like, I don't remember back in the day of hearing rumors of them being together. It wasn't until Irv Gotti started talking about it. And saying,
I remember them being together because they had that whole song "Body on Me" and all that. She had the little soda cans in her head and stuff. But yeah, I think they're cute. I like their dynamic. I like the way that they flirt, but they're not like too sexual with it. You could tell they got a little playfulness with them. They probably having a good time, just coasting and roasting.
All aspects. They are not having the Jonathan Majors, Megan Good experience at all.
Don't nobody give a fuck what we doing. Just let them take the picture.
I mean, at this point, but yeah, I don't know. I'm happy as long as she's happy. They're happy. She looks great. He looks great. They've always looked great.
Yeah, that works out great for them.
It does. If it's something genuine, sometimes it's okay to spin the block. And clearly, spinning the block from the early 2000s, it's a great turnaround for them. Considering that Irv was extremely hot. He was
salty butt.
That I don't even
wasn't he married?
As salty. Like he was ramen noodles hot, like the spicy bowl ramen noodles. Like, no, I've never seen, like, I can't say I've never, because I have. But for you to be a grown man, you got your own situation. You should never keep harping over something that you had. You lost it. You had.
First of all, I don't understand this whole obsession with men speaking on women's vaginas. I don't get it. Like, what? Why do we have to do this? Why are we doing this in 2022, 2023? Y'all love talking about what all right, I'm about to just say, y'all love talking about what bitches do with their pussy. Like you want to have one. Be concerned with what you got going on in your pants and in your household instead of worrying about what she doing with hers when she not even thinking about you. You wait 20 years and you want to tell us, oh yeah, she was talking about me and that. So, we don't care. You're Irv Gotti. You're not Ja Rule. You're not none of the niggas that was hot in none of that. We wasn't rooting for you. You were not the bait back in 2000, back in 2003. None of that time. You were just fucking Irv Gotti.
He was thankful. That's what it was. He was thankful.
He should have been thankful and kept his fucking mouth closed because look at what he did. He set light-skinned niggas back 15 years.
But wait a minute, let's think about this. Forget all of that. That was a married man. Let's start with that. I can only imagine how the wife, like you're watching all these years later, right? So even when you're not, especially because of who he is, because of what Murder Inc. was, is going to get traction. So even if she wasn't trying to see it, it's the people that know her that are trying to see it. Like, hey, remember when you thought he was messing with her? Like when all that stuff first came out and everything. And he was like, yeah, I was married at the time, but I was in love with Ashanti. Da, 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 da. So if you want to see and act like Ashanti was the reason why your marriage didn't work. So now you're going to granted, she might have played a role in that situation, but I'm pretty sure that when you got married, she was not there. You have made a commitment to that woman and you out here, you're not crying over none of that or whatever. No. You worried about Ashanti. And now Ashanti and Nelly are going above and beyond. And the thing about it though is that like every interview, like I don't know if y'all watch Drink Champs, on there, he was talking about it. Anywhere he goes, he'll talk about it. And you know what? Ashanti is getting finer and finer. So every time he sees her, he's like, he crying.
That kind of reminds me of the situation with Floyd Mayweather with Miss Jackson and how he was going around and bashing her and she got rid of my twins and she did this and she did. I don't like bitch nigga shit at all. I don't. is skirt activity. You letting your panties show. Pull your shit up. Like, nah, for real. Niggas love being on man time until it becomes something where I need to diminish this woman's credit and everybody looking at her like she just high and mighty. Let me knock her down a couple pegs. You make yourself look fucking stupid as shit.
Yeah, especially
and unfortunately, it's a lot of men out here. Yeah, she out here. She ain't shit. No fucking accountability. This shit irritates my fucking soul.
I've been a victim of that where a previous entanglement of mine, he wouldn't
right in his mouth.
He just wouldn't let it go. Like and
should have threw a refrigerator at his ass.
Wouldn't let it go. And it's like, I get it. You wanted that back. Can you please take off the Mary J shit?
I mean, you put that thing on him and he couldn't forget about it. You know, when you got that Thundercat, you know, they like to go.
But it's like, bro,
we had it.
But you hated me for so long. Like, even when I had my daughter, he got mad about that. Like,
because who told you to have a life after me? You know, we supposed to wither and die after certain men, and I don't understand that.
I was
you move on, you live your life, but I'm supposed to sit here and sew my shit up because you were done.
He literally, every joint that he would talk to after me, he would compare them to me, and then it wouldn't work. And it's just like, I get it. I'm one of a kind. I'm a two.
Hello.
It's only one Shantae, baby, creme de la creme. So that's
your shit, boo.
You dropped the ball.
But people don't want to sit there and they don't want to take accountability for that. Turn yourself around so you put this on. They don't want to take for that because it's the thing of wanting to save face, and then especially when if everybody has nothing, if everyone has nothing but good things to say about you, they have got to do everything, every single thing, and
it diminish your credit.
Bad. Like the most of what I can say is that like I got told a speech probably about a month ago about how tell people, you know, don't leave their husbands so they can sit here and stay and bring the family together. Like the way you can make this better, like don't divorce him because he cheated on you, just cheat back. Y'all get back together, you work it out and everything. And so I was just sitting there looking like,
and both of your funky monkeys out here itching and got crabs and all that because you want to keep cheating back and forth.
I just kept asking, like, I was like, I don't know who this speech was for, but you might want to call somebody and tell that speech to them because I don't know what you're telling me for. I don't want to hear none of that. Like, it was. And people, but the lack of accountability, the way that you can sit here and tear somebody down and everything else, like, it's not fair. And the way that it keeps going. So then, even when it should stop, and you do the math, that's the crazy part. And especially like having children, when you're raising people and you're looking at how the world keeps going, like, and everything, you be like, and you still talk about me? Like, we don't have too much to, like, it's different in relatable situations. If that is the topic, if it's a topic, fine. For the fact with no one at all, man, you ain't gonna believe what she did.
But you know what's funny? They wouldn't have anything to keep going on if they didn't have the fucking peanut gallery right there to sit there and listen and entertain that shit. How many times do you have somebody keep coming to you saying the same thing over and over again? You gonna get tired of that shit, but not a fucking hater hoe instead of a greater hoe, okay? Because a greater hoe is gonna be like, all right, at some point in time, we need to move the fuck on. Either you got an issue that you need to work on, and now you need to figure out why you can't move on, or you realize you fucked up and you can't get that good thing back.
That part too. But then you have to also think about the people that are going to sit around and entertain it, because that's when they're just going to wiggle their way into the end.
Yeah. Like, fellas, in case you don't know.
Tell them I wasn't shit, baby. Yes. So I keep talking about why I wasn't shit a year later.
Then they gonna come to find out that I am the shit.
And do. And the thing about that's crazy is the same people that they talking all that trash to about you, they be the next one slide. They be, yo, Harlem shaking in that DM. They coming up. You be like, not you.
Oh, they sitting there laughing at your downfall of a relationship whole time. This shit falling apart right on the fucking internet in your face, and you watching that shit every day like this. It was funny when it was me, huh?
Yep. That is, it's crazy. But you know, one thing I've learned is I learned that instead of trying to get even, get back, get my lick back, all that other stuff, I learned a long time ago, and it took a long time to really master this skill. But it is a Bible verse, and it was what is it? Oh my gosh, now I can't. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord. Right. So it ain't nothing I can do to you. God got me. I'm one of his. I ain't got to do nothing to you, but he'll honor me to allow me to still live here and be here every day.
And that is a part of mastering your absolute peace. When you realize that every action doesn't need a reaction, that you already know the universe is going to take care of it. God is going to take care of it because you protect it. You do what you're supposed to do the way you're supposed to do it.
Yep.
Keep acting a fool because it's just going to make you look stupid. I'm walking around shining, thriving, and smiling, baby.
Exactly. And people, that's another thing, though. People like, I'm not going to sit around and be sad. And I'm not going to let you think that I will never, ever give somebody the honor, the glory to act as if, like, man, she ain't been right since. What? Nah, I moved on, baby. Ain't nothing else to talk about.
Hey, listen, my legs may not shake the same, but guess what?
Hey.
Still getting that wood buffed.
Hey!
Show, and I'm telling you, just because you was busting it down don't mean the next ain't.
Hey, listen.
The plumber still laying pipe. Yeah.
Listen, I learned how to be a greater hoe, not a hater hoe.
Hello, that's what they make roses for. But carry on.
Okay, well, yep, on that note, so I've been laughing so hard that I took off what I was going to talk about. We're going to go into dating horror stories, and I had my story up and I just swiped it off. So, okay, here we go. Here's a dating horror story. Oh, no. I forgot I was going to go with the other one. Okay. This story is, I'm 38. The boyfriend is sexy and 22. He swears he's single, but I've been put into a baby mama fight club. He spent the night at my apartment, and several women put Apple AirTags on my car. Now I suffer from random ass whoopings all over town. I was attacked while getting my nails done. I was attacked in the Burger King drive-thru.
Okay,
wig snatched at the post office. And it says, oh God, he wants me to take self-defense classes and stop embarrassing his name by losing fights everywhere. He says he can't control what others do, but I can learn to protect myself. Recently, I found out he's planning the fights and has guys filming and uploading the fight videos to his channel. I'm healing, but also mad as fuck. Leaving him is not an option because I don't want the hood rats to win. Advice.
Bitch, you already lost. You sitting there talking about you don't want to lose them because it ain't an option. But this nigga got you walking around getting your ass whooped while you sitting there getting your fucking nails done. Can you imagine sitting there having somebody drill at your nails and out of nowhere you get a fucking punch to the side of the head?
I think what's funnier though is the Burger King drive-thru.
What are they saying when they run up on you? Oh, you thought we was done, bitch? Give me this wig. What the fuck is going on here?
Not understanding. Okay. I'm not understanding because it's no fucking way. Like, bruh, do you not know we're going. And then when I catch you, my nigga, you're going down. Like, somebody's taking the L. Then if I know I'm out here catching L's like this, I'm shooting niggas at this point. And I'm not
and you gotta catch a hot one too, because you behind it.
Okay. Yes. The fact that you making money, I don't know why I'm giving you this. The fact that you making money off of me catching these L's, yeah, you gotta catch these two of these, bro. I'm sorry. You better catch. And now I'm about to upload my own video of my man's coming to whoop your ass. Oh my God, that just made me so tight because there's no way as a that has hands, it's no way I'm taking any of those L's, bro. I don't care if I'm 10 toes deep in the nail pot. You are not. I will.
Yo, Tay jumping out the pedicure bowl. Yo, she jumping out the wet feet and all.
I'm telling you, I don't care how deep the nail tech is in right now. I will trash her salon and help her fix it afterwards. Somebody's going out of there with bruh.
A fucking baby mama fight club. How many baby mamas do we have for this shit to keep happening? Why you not protecting your neck? You don't look at your surroundings?
I don't like anybody walking up close. And then if I'm in a nail chair, why are you standing behind me? Why are you don't even look at me while we're in the nail salon for one, because you stir too hard. I don't like when people stare at me. Then second, you can already sense when some shit about to pop off. Where's Spider-Man? Where's Spider-Man? Where are they? Where are your Spidey senses?
They knocked it out of her in the Burger King drive-thru.
Apparently, she don't have them because losing is not an option. Bitch, you're losing, literally getting your ass whooped and getting that shit put on the fucking internet every time.
Act. Like, where's the dignity? Like, first of all, I'm gonna be upset for my kids. They out here getting dragged like that.
No, what?
It seems as though the message should be, niggas, stop fucking pillow talking and bitches, protect your goddamn neck. What are we doing here?
Well, you know what? Hold on. I have a nice way to sum this up where the problem is, okay? Okay, bring Spidey back up. Here's where the problem is. Number one, there's a 16-year age gap. So just remember, you were 16 when that man was born. You playing the wrong game. Like, if you really, really think about it, you are playing the wrong game, the wrong one. And that be the part. Like, see, we're young enough that we got to sit here and experience social media and see how it flourished. We're old enough that we remember when you couldn't get on Facebook unless you was enrolled in a college. And they had to be 4-year universities for a long time before they start letting community colleges in. We are that type old. We MySpace old. We Black Planet old, okay? Whew, Jesus. However,
by the way, my Black Planet pages are still working.
What? Oh, I'm gonna check
all 3 of them.
Man, my joint was Miss Mocha 23. That used to be your name. What that? Could tell me.
I'm a part of the conversation, but carry on.
Oh. But what I will say though is that you got to think about them age gaps. So, like, yeah, being 38, you might feel like you hip, you happening, you know what's going on out here. That man's 22. All right, he cheating on you with people on Snapchat. He's making money off it. He puts it on his page. So you mean his YouTube channel is popping? You mean to tell me he got his homeboys hiding in the bushes recording you? You mean to tell me that you don't want the hood rats to win? Dog, you're gonna die.
Your ass fucking
no self-respect. And you know what? And the thing about it, you 38, you doing all this, so you got kids with this man, so you know that he just sitting somewhere in the background. And think about he editing the footage, y'all. Like, just think about it, y'all.
My girl ain't got no hands, y'all.
It's nothing else more to say but duck, dodge, and dive. Close that out. It's duck, dodge, and dive.
For the fact that he told her to take these self-defense classes because he's tired.
And dive.
Yeah.
But how tired? But then you're like, I don't want them to win. If I keep getting beat like that, never mind. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll do with you.
Dodge and dive.
Ridiculous.
These plants.
Yeah.
Yes. So what is this? Week 6 or week 7? I can't remember because y'all know I had to start over with my plant. So I'm all off completely.
6, it might be 7, who knows?
All right, well, I'm gonna tell y'all a little update about my plants. I now have 4 little babies, and they popped up. I'm gonna take a picture. I put it in the Facebook group so y'all can join our group and you can look at the pictures of them.
Like and subscribe.
But let's see. This is a very lovely week for you all. You should now have about 2 different layers or levels of your leaves. Now is when you're starting to see the 5 little leaves pop up to let you know what kind of plants you are indeed growing. Still, don't put any fertilizer in it, but make sure that you are finalizing what type of fertilizer and what kind of dirt you are going to use on your forever plant. The reason why I'm calling it your forever plant, because in the next week or two, you will be moving it to your final pot. Depending on how big you want of a yield or how big you want your plant to get, depends on which kind of pot that you want. There are people who are, I'm not going to say excessive, but they're vets with this. So they know if they use a 10-gallon pot, they're going to get probably like a pound off their plant. To the new people, do not do that. Okay. You're not going to get that. Let me tell you that now. I thought I was my first year. Guess what? I did not. I got about a good 4 to 6 ounces off of my plant.
Oh, wow.
Get you a 5-gallon pot. Make sure that it has a lot of drainage holes. If you don't want to do like I did and get the cloth pots, just get you one of them regular ass big black buckets with the little big ass drainer hole down at the bottom, because you don't want your soil to hold a lot of moisture. Again, I keep telling y'all, root rot, bud rot, all of these things are a very real thing with these plants. They're very, very temperamental. Don't change up the light cycle. If you have an outdoor plant, you're not supposed to. But if you have an outdoor plant, don't try and change it and put it with a light cycle now, because it's going to throw your plant off and it's going to be confused and it's going to try to get some buds growing on it now when you don't have a mature plant, and you're going to end up with one tiny ass stem with a big ass bud, and that's it. You'll have about 2 J's off your plant. Okay. Don't do that. Don't do that. Keep it with the same type of light that you are using now. If you are using the light, a grow light, not one where you just using it to kind of get your seedling going. That's different. I'm talking about like one of those fluorescent ass white lights. If you're using that, stick with that. If you're using sunlight, stick with that. This is not a plant that you can keep trying different things with, because it'll fuck around and die on you quick. And it's nothing that you could do to bring it back. I'm telling you. Just let it go right now. Use whatever light that you're using. Make sure that you're giving it water. Don't give it too much water. Let it dry out for about 3 days at most. You can stick your finger in it. If the soil still feels a little moist, give it another day. If it's starting to feel dry, not sandy, but just a little dry where you can stick your finger in and maybe you had like one little crumb of dirt on there, go ahead and give it some more water and let it go for like 3 days. Pay attention to your plant. Your plant will tell you if you are giving it too much water, because the leaves are droop. If you're not giving it enough water, your leaves will start to turn yellow. It's going to talk to you. You have to learn your plant the same way you learn a partner, a friend, a kid, anything. Pay attention to your plants. Once you do start introducing fertilizer to it, you're going to dumb it down to like the bare minimal, because you don't want to burn your plant. So again, think about the type of fertilizer that you're going to use. Look at the reviews. Look at the reviews. Join a Facebook group that talks about growing those plants. That way you have a community of people. Of course, you're going to have people that say conflicting things. You're doing that's too much. You're doing that too much. But kind of get a gauge of what you're going to do with your plant, because ultimately it's your plant. You're going to do it your way. But this is one thing I did mean to mention. If you're going to do an indoor grow or like a greenhouse grow, any of those planters or anything like that, you do want to get some type of fan to constantly blow on your plant. The reason why you're doing that is because it's going to build a healthy stock for your plant. Sorry. You want your stem and everything to be able to support the weight of when it does start to bud and things like that. So the wind gives it resistance, where it kind of builds up some type of strength. That strength is going to help you in the long run. This is a time to just water and do research. Pay attention. Look it up. If you have a question, look it up. If you have a question, ask someone. This is why I say make sure that you don't join some type of group. That way you have like a community or something where you can ask these type of questions, because reaching out to me, I may answer, I may not. Who knows? Just use your resources. I'm gonna say that much. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for plants this time. Unless let's see. What y'all doing back here? Some of y'all growing, some of y'all chilling.
And you got the what is it, the air plants that you showed?
I
Us?
do. I do. Let's see. It's one within reach, I believe. Oh, no. Yes. My little prickly bandit.
Oh wow.
Yeah. She doing a little bit of growing.
I see. Okay.
Oh, one thing I do want to mention for those of you who have pothos, because I learned something new. I definitely thought that pothos, they just get one vine and that's just the dead end of it. It is not. If you start to notice that your pothos is hitting like a dead end on its first strand, take that little ring. This is actually my pothos right here.
Okay.
Take a little bit of this, swirl it around in your pot, cover it, cover your stem with dirt, water it. You'll start to have more vines come out. I have about 3 more vines developing inside of the pot. So I put it on top of a pot and let it do its thing. Once I did do that, somehow, some way, I'm gonna do this so y'all can see it.
Wow.
Right up there at the top, I
Gosh.
now have it going up to my ceiling where it's attached to some hooks because I told you I want the whole Garden of Eden look when anybody come in here. But because I did that stimulation down here on the base of the root, that made that start growing even more. So
that's amazing.
Pothos, please believe in them. Even if you feel like they're not doing nothing, they're doing a lot. They're just waiting for you to put in more work for them so they can do what they're supposed to do. You'll start to see little nodes at the end of it. They look like little tips like this. That's what I'm saying, to cover in dirt and put some water on. They'll start to develop a root system, which lets the side leaves, they start sprouting off their little vines. So prayerfully off of this plant right here, I can get about a good 4 or 5 vines going in this pot alone before I have to do anything else to like switch it out and put it in a bigger pot. But yep, that's plants for you, baby.
Hey, look, I don't get a plant. I say this every time. I have yet to.
I'm gonna just get you one.
Not like.
I mean, I got two. They're doing well. I said I got some seeds that I wanted to plant, but I'm just like, do I even want to go down that alley? Because I know me. I barely take care of the ones I got. So I feel like if I did try to grow a plant, it would have to be an outside plant. That way I could get the outside. But the squirrels around here, they're a little treacherous.
Yeah. Now, one thing about having an outdoor grow, because it's exposed to the elements, you don't know who's growing around you, and they could possibly grow a male plant. And if you have a female seed and it somehow gets pollinated by a male plant, which can be within that 2-mile radius or whatever, it can turn your plant into a hermaphrodite. When I say that, I know female plants, they actually are the ones that bud, and that's what we smoke. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Male plants, they bud, but they're better for like seed, to be quite honest with you. Yeah. If you have a hermaphrodite plant, it's kind of like blending the two, so you're not going to get your maximum potency that you're looking for. However, you will now have seed sacs. They call it little ball sacs because it literally looks like little balls at the base of the stem. Yeah. Yeah. So you do have to be mindful of if you're doing an outdoor grow versus like a greenhouse grow or one of those tent grows or anything like that. Just be mindful of the people that may be growing around you. And of course, July 1st, that's something that we're going to have to be even more mindful of because what? It's legal to grow. So everybody's going to try and jump out there right now and grow this right now. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. They just know, I grow plants. I can grow that. No, you can't. You don't know what you're doing. You're not doing the research. You're not putting love into it to understand what you're going to get. But yeah.
But I also said we should have already put those in the ground. I'm a little bit.
Yeah, but you'll be able to harvest it if you follow the routine how you're supposed to. You'll still be able to harvest your plant by October. What you don't want to do is let it get too cold. Because if you let it get too cold, it'll seize up and it'll die. It'll stop it'll stop the trichomes from maturing like they're supposed to and turn to amber. And pretty much what you're going to have is kind of like a version of CBD, that
Right.
Delta 8.
Yeah, the track.
Yeah, you'll have that versus fucking THC, high cannabinoids, and all that. Listen, mama went to school for this and everything. So when I tell you we can talk about some plants, I can talk to you about some plants.
Hey.
But yeah, nah, you definitely, if you're going to do an outdoor grow, you do need to at least get your seeds started to where you have some type of popping of your seeds and you can put it in the ground. So
should
go ahead, get on that.
Or just go ahead and put them in the dirt?
Nah, germinate them. To me, that's the biggest guarantee to know whether your plant is going to grow or not. The reason why, you'll see if it starts to pop and you get that little tail, leave it in there for like another day or two. Just keep an eye out on it. And once you get that little first leaf, go ahead, put it in the dirt. Put them in the dirt. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and I'll prepare them tonight, and then. But I gotta find.
I got some. If you want to meet up,
that works too.
Well, there we go.
And all that's right. Plants.
That's plants, and that's that on that. And this is the show Facts with the Curl. Okay, we'll be right back with Ask Mike.
Well, we can actually see you today. Look at you, glowing and growing.
No, I'm not growing.
You are growing. You grow every day. So you're trying to tell me you don't grow mentally every day? Oh my God. Anywho, how are you doing on this lovely day?
I am wonderful, man. I'm just chilling, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling, you know, going with the breeze.
Wait, time out. Did you dye your hair?
No, I didn't dye my damn hair. What are you talking about?
It looked darker for some strange reason.
I have grays, man. What you talking
about?
I would never dye my hair. Listen, people, I would never dye my hair. If it all goes gray, then it all goes gray. You never seen my father. I'll show you. I'll send a picture in the chat. Y'all never see my father's beard. The Rastaman, the real Rastaman. He got the gray beard.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So, you ready to jump into this thing?
What's it, Guan? Come on, bring it.
So, what are your top 3 pet peeves when it comes to the opposite sex?
Oh, loud. I don't want to hear no loud. My head hurt. I got too much to worry about. A lot. Always in everybody's business. Mind your own. That's another pet peeve.
Sound like you got a list.
Lying. Listen, this weekend, I realized some stuff. I played basketball for the first time in a long time. I got athletic. I'm going to lose this weight. By the fall, by the winter, y'all going to see me slim. Y'all be like, oh, what happened to him? He shed the weight. That's what's going to happen. And that's what's going to be. But anyway, getting back to this, I don't like loud women. You don't have to be the center of attention. No. I don't like liars. You lie. And I also said, what did I say? What's the other one? I don't know. Was it 3 or 5? Did you give me?
I said 3, but we could go with 5.
No, I don't got 5, man. You just gotta be chill, man. You just gotta be chill. Listen, at this point in my life, I'm just trying to be chill. My birthday's next month. I'm just trying to be relaxed.
Cancer season.
You know. But you gotta be relaxed. You can't just be out here just kirking and trying to be. Listen, you're getting old. Only the young people get away with that. The old people, they gotta suffer. You gotta relax.
You're right.
You gotta relax. You know what I'm saying? You gotta relax. That's why I try to stay low key. you know. You gotta relax. That's all you gotta do. You gotta relax. So I mean, really just lying and just trying to be the center of attention. Like, listen, I happen to like lots of women that are bad. They just
You
all
said mad or mad?
bad. They're just all bad.
Oh,
They're just bad. Like bad. What's bad? They all are.
oh God, I can't.
I had this conversation with somebody last week. I was hooping. I didn't score no points, but I had like 5 assists. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Hey, that counts for something.
Hey, listen, man, I was out there. So I'm trying to tell people, listen, you just gotta chill out, relax. My close friends, if you're my close friends on Instagram, you was in for a show.
I feel a certain type of way.
I don't think you need to see the show.
Oh.
We like shows.
Hey, listen, you gotta relax. Hey, hey, 6:13. I don't know what to say because if I say we coming, then Jay's gonna say pause. So I don't know what to say anymore. I just want to say I answered the question. Any more questions?
Yeah. What are your views on couples therapy and counseling?
I think it's healthy. I think more people should do it. I think you get to know a little bit more about your partner, and it helps if you do it.
Would you do it? Would you participate in it?
I've done it.
Oh, okay.
It didn't work, but I would do it again.
Okay, well that's
That
good.
person was cuckoo,
Attitude.
huh?
I said that's good. You have a positive attitude, a positive outlook.
Yeah, that person was cuckoo. I mean, I didn't get it. I tried. These people crazy out here, man. I tell you every week. People crazy. If you got somebody, love who you got. I said it on the microphone. If you got somebody, love who you have. Appreciate what you have. Because if you don't, it is slim pickings.
Oh, they very slim.
Just like the Miami Heat. Hey, listen, D-Man Cave Sports Podcast every Saturday. They don't listen to me on the show. I wear the same hat on the show, and then I switch it up.
Not the quick, swift.
Every week. By the time this airs, game 3, well, 4 will be about to play. So listen, every week you can catch me on that show. Then 4 corners. Hold on. Corners up, corners down. On that show as well. I don't do shit. So ladies, if you're out there and you listen to the show every week because of me and Tay, Shaq and Kobe, if you listen to us because of us, hey, you can hit me up on Everybody Loves Mike T on IG.
Somebody get this man some water.
My birthday's coming up. You trying to be nice to me.
I think my birthday before yours.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, listen, we don't ever get to talk about if you have someone on here. Maybe one day we can ask, hey.
You could ask Tay. You know what? That's next week.
Next week we're gonna ask Tay. Y'all gotta people out there because the women on this show, they're not gonna help me. They have a thing against me. Okay. Every week I incriminate myself, and every week I just wonder why I'm single. And then I just go back and watch this show. I'm like, oh.
So next
take that lunatic.
Y'all heard it live. It's Ask Tay next week. So y'all better come in hot.
Ask Tay next week. Hey, fellas, if you ever had a question for Tay, ooh, Jay, clip this. If you ever had a seat, he's on payroll. He's going to do it. Anybody you ever have a question for Tay, make sure you ask me in my inbox, DM me, and I'm gonna ask all the questions. If it's 37 questions, this segment's gonna be extra long. Her. And we out.
So I don't know about this ex-Tay business, but you know, me being me, big dog Tay.
Oh, hey, talking shit. Okay.
I ain't gonna no questions. I'm gonna pull a Mike T, move around it.
Yeah, there you go. Out of everything that you have definitely observed and gone through the last 2 seasons, you know what time it is. You got
What
this.
duck, dodge, and dive.
Yes. You gotta hump it into submission. Yes.
Oh wow. Yep. Well, you know what? We want to dedicate this show again to the 102-year-old woman that we talked about last week who said that the incredible success to life is a bunch of is a bunch of great sex. Granted, she ain't had no kids, so you gotta work your way around that one. Play the way you want to play. Either way, you
Hey, I
back.
think that's how she ended up working her way around that one. But go ahead.
True. And we worked our way around that one, and we have proof
Yeah.
forever. Luckily, they are loved.
I love my little sack squirts. Now I got all types of names for my kids, but I digress.
Oh, wow. Yep. This has been another amazing episode of the Amazing Facts Crew podcast. We are here each and every Friday at 12 p.m. on 613 Faye DMV on the good YouTube. We've got a group on Facebook. We are also up there on the good Instagram, where you can go ahead, you can find us, if honestly, if you are a real supporter of Tay, you will make sure not to send in any wild questions. So yeah, but one
day I got fans. So
hey, listen, talk your shit, man.
You have that reminds me, you and I never let Nek Nek know about the fans that she has from her birthday.
Yeah, you
Girl,
got some fans.
Yeah, the DMs was lit.
Who that? I got so many damn eyeballs. I'm like, she can see.
Yeah.
I was tagged in it, so they can't be that much of a fan.
Well, you know what? On my page, I think I told you happy birthday, but I think I might have left it in the mentions because I know the people that follow me, and I knew the person who I thought was going to do it, he did. And
hey, listen, they could run up them followers like they need to run up them goddamn views.
Let me just tell you, all I know is that man said, whenever you need a seat, his space is available. That right there is the end of this episode, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you've enjoyed yourself here. Make sure that you like and you subscribe to the channel.
I'm going to say I'm Reds0521, but go ahead.
Hey!
Message. Where's Spider?
Weekend.
Spider-Man. He going to come through your window.
Ain't no one that's going to come to her window.